Alright, Tides of Terraria update has been released. My game is currently updating, so I'm just gonna be reading through these patch notes and giving some of my first impressions here. So, starting with the first patch note here, Terraria collab itself. A unique dungeon featuring enemies from Terraria has been added. Collect materials in the dungeon, create equipment from Terraria. So I guess this is the new oil rig. The new oil rig is a dungeon then. I'm assuming this is what this is. So we'll see what kind of enemies there are, if we're gonna get that chopper gunner knocked or whatever. Terraria equipment, 6 new weapons and 7 new armor pieces have been added. We'll see if these are late game or not. I'm guessing these are like the kind of Meowmere type of weapons that we had in the previous patch. The Moonlord raid boss. The Moonlord. That sounds pretty dark. This doesn't say anything here what element this pal is, but I'm assuming it's gonna work like the other raid bosses. You're gonna go in, collect some slabs, and then you face the Moonlord. So we'll see what element it is. It doesn't sound very water, if that's what people were guessing. PlayStation 5 dedicated servers, very nice for those 10 people. Fishing. Well, this was already in the teaser, so doesn't. Okay, so where you see fish shadow, so it seems to be that you need to go to specific fishing locations to start fishing. Cast your rod. You're gonna throw your rod. Okay. So salvage system. Ride on water pals and use the fishing rod to salvage supplies at sea. Collect new ore. Okay, so this is like the new chromite kind of thing that you go around, or the new hexolite quartz, I guess. We'll see if it's available outside of it. To strengthen your weapons. That sounds like you're buffing your weapons now, like your these ores like PAL souls for guns, you know? We're gonna feed our guns. New islands. 3 new islands. Okay, 3 new types of islands. Does that imply more islands than 3? 3 new types of islands have been added. Tropical islands, okay. Plural, right? Iceberg island. So this sounds cool, but maybe they just grow salad. And shipwreck island. Okay, this sounds piratey, right? Pirate themes? I don't know, like I've never played Terraria, so I don't know if there's a lot of pirates in Terraria. But we'll see. Maybe some sea shanties and stuff. Find new pals that live. Okay. There's no list of pals yet. We'll get to the pals later. Mission system. Help the islanders and get rewards. So quests, right? You can now find and accept quests. Missions, I guess. We'll see what kind of missions these are. If they're like kill Bjorn 10 times or collect 10 wood. Maybe some escort quests. And knowing Palworld, it's not the other kind of escort quest. So's special mission. By completing missions for So she's like a quest giver. You can earn her trust and recruit her as an ally. So that was in the teaser. I've been wondering if you recruit her as an ally, can you still fight the tower boss? Because that's been a decent XP grinding method. If you can use So to fight the So. We'll see. Pal trust mechanic. Okay, so this was not teased, I think. What is this? The more time you spend with your pal, the more trust you'll gain, and stats will be increased. The weaker a pal's original stats are, the greater the trust. So even weaker pals will have time to shine. Does this mean that every raid army I make, I need to spend time with? And what do they imply with spending time with? Like I chuck them in my base for an hour and go to sleep, or because this is a very cool mechanic as long as I'm not gonna have to grind friendship, or I guess this is like friendship mechanic, right? So we'll see what this implies. Where's the weaker a pal's original stats are, the greater the trust adjustment will be. So it's basically condensing like the power stat of the pals. Like instead of having like let's say if before pals total stats were between 100 and 200, they're now gonna be between 150 and 200. It's basically more like bring all the pals together. Once you use that trust system, we'll see, I guess, how this plays out. I mean, people have been asking for ways to make like their favorite pals. They want to bring their chickpea and stuff into the late game. I wonder what like the differences. For me, like skill fruits and stuff have always made pals. Like you're mostly focusing on like their elements and their hitboxes and stuff like that now. I think we'll see. I mean, I'm not gonna say too much about this until I've tested it out. We'll see how it plays out, really. I'm hopeful and a little bit skeptical. But usually Pocket Pair makes the stuff pretty good. Sleep together with your pals. Okay. Okay. Yep. Treasure maps. Use treasure maps to find the location of hidden treasure and obtain valuable items. Just like probably some sort of reward for dungeons or something, like, or random overworld chests. We'll see. So you find a treasure map. Maybe it shows you a little picture. Like we're gonna be playing that game. We have to find stuff on the map by guessing from a picture. What is it, GeoGuessr? Or something like that. Or it's just like an X. It just marks your map. We'll see. Valuable items. I wonder how valuable they are. Is it this like 20 dog coins or 200 dog coins? We'll see. Maybe there's a new dog coin. Terraria coins. Enemy bases. This seems important. Enemy factions now build bases just like the players. Well, that's gonna... hopefully they don't build like me. That's very ugly. Hopefully they build like, you know, some Vilestride builds or something. I don't want to see any ThePalProfessor builds on my world except for my own. They are on high alert and will defend it with their lives, but if you manage to raid them successfully, you can obtain new blueprints for buildings. New blueprints for buildings related to that faction. Wonder if these are cosmetic buildings or actual, like, buff buildings. Maybe it's the cage. You can recruit So, and then you put her in that cage that you rescue, like, Floppy from and stuff like that. Or it's blueprints for buildings. We'll see. We'll see. Settlement overhaul. We've made the settlements larger and feel more lived in. There are also many missions. Okay, so it's like a quest hub. And it says the settlements. It doesn't say they've added any though, so I guess it's those three that we have, like Dune Shelter, Fisherman's Point, and the small settlement. Player level cap increase. That was expected, I guess. We'll see. They didn't say what level the new islands were actually, if they're early game islands or low level islands, so we'll see that once the game finishes updating, I guess. New buildings. Okay, so this was probably the best part of Fabric. Let's see what they got for us. PAL surgery table. By using various implants, you can override your PAL's passives. You can also change the gender of your PALs here. Okay, so this is what people have been asking for, like Dr. Braun, maybe he finally finished medical school. And now you can take that, your first land ball you ever captured and surgery demon god to it, but by using various implants. So it really depends on when this is available, I guess. By using various implants. They're probably like this farmable item. It's probably gonna be like the work technique books, you know, 0.009 drop rate from 10 chests with a 5-hour respawn. Maybe. We'll see. Fishing pond. Relax and catch and fish in the comfort of your own base. Okay, so you don't have to go out to those dark shadow spots. But maybe they have different pals, like catch some fish. Maybe that's not the same as catch whatever this was up here. Catch new pals, and here's catch fish. That's probably more food related. X-Light quartz mine. Okay. Expected. I was semi-expecting them to merge Hexlite quartz and the pure quartz, just because pure quartz isn't really used that much. No chromite mine. For chromite, you still have to do the smoky thing. Or expeditions, I guess. Large incubator. Hatch multiple eggs at the same time. Or is it like more than 10 now? Like a 21, or maybe it's like an earlier one, because the other one is a large scale electric. So maybe this is like a large scale without electric. Available a little bit earlier. We'll see once we get into the game. PAL box control device, a terminal that allows you to access your PAL box from anywhere in the base. It makes PAL swapping your raids a bit more efficient. Okay, so they're keeping to the PAL swapping during raids thing. I was hoping they would kind of lock your PAL box during raids so that you wouldn't have to swap at all. I feel like that takes you a little bit out of the fight, but I wonder if this means that they also fixed the glitch where the skills cooldown reset in the PAL box and the partner skill. We can try that straight away, I guess, with just using a partner skill and bringing it in and out of the box. Otherwise, this will make all the raids extremely cheesable. I don't need to speculate until we've tried it. New building material, clean. Cool. Clean? What's the... Are you saying that my base is dirty? Decorate your base with futuristic floors and walls with this new building set. Okay, I mean, it's always nice to get more building stuff for people. Hopefully we get the filter as well when we're toggling through our build menu. Because there's getting to be quite a few pages to toggle through there. New mechanic, turbulence. Find unusual air turbulence around the world. Okay, so like just Croagiro around the world, I guess. Oh, I was hoping when I read it at first, find it around the world, I was hoping we would be building bouncy pads in our base, because that would be really cool. Like a little trampoline you walk on and you fly up to the 4th floor. No more stairs, like maybe we can build our base around it. Find unusual and find. I wonder if they're in just one location, it would be cool to build your base around it. But if they're like random spawning and despawning, we'll see. New weapons. Okay, so these sound like late game weapons. Charge rifle, energy shotgun, overheat rifle. We'll see how good they are. Overheat rifle. Usually you don't want your weapon to overheat, but I guess we'll see. Maybe it just doesn't reload. Probably. A late game shotgun, that would be a lot of fun. If it's actually good. Boost gun. PAL recovery grenade. These two weapons are for tamers who want to support their PAL. Boost gun. Okay. We're gonna have to test these out. Not much to say about them until then. Like, if you've checked out the MK2 grenade video I made, grenades are extremely spammable, so this could be pretty cool. I wonder how it will affect aggro mechanics. But we'll try these out at some point. New item types. Whistles and growth acceleration bell. Whistles? I guess. And growth acceleration bell. I feel like this is Omasco's partner skill into an item. Maybe. I might be completely wrong. We'll see. New food. Nice. Arena. A single player challenge mode has been added. Raise your rank by facing off against fierce warriors of Palapagos Island. Get rewards when you win. Okay, that's cool. That might be a lot of content for me personally, since I've been fighting Björn so much. Hopefully since it's fierce warriors, hopefully they have like a bunch of different elemental pals. This is cool for me. Hopefully this is great. You can now set the rules. There are no rules in the arena, come on. A public PAL box has been added at the entrance of the arena. Very nice. I had to use my own PAL box there. An arena spectator function. Can I spectate, please? Wait, in multiplayer? Because I've been asking for this kind of pitting my own pals against each other feature for a while now, where I can just take my 3 Shadowbeaks against my 3 Libros, and I am the spectator. We'll see. Hopefully that's what this is. Hopefully. Okay, so mechanics adjustment. Added equipment durability to the game settings. Very nice to have stuff in the settings. People love settings. When a cooling pal... Wasn't this in a previous patch note? I believe maybe I'm just misremembering, but I think I've read this before. Lylene's ability Bountiful Protection now recovers HP for all allies within range. Okay, so I wonder how this will affect raids. Because how many allies do you usually have within range outside of raids? It's only your party pal, right? So this should be useful for raids, but we'll see if they mention the pal pods then, I guess. Because why would you use a healing pal when you have rescue pals? We'll see. Maybe this means that pal pods have been removed, or the whole revive mechanic has been removed for raids. Let's scroll down a little bit. Balance adjustments. Some aggressive enemies have been made friendly. I wonder if this is more like aggressive pals, like enemy pals. Like, you know, van worms and stuff just aggroing you from everywhere. Pal skill cooldowns will tick down even if they're not summoned. This is already in the game. So this is... yeah, this is already implemented. The speed and stamina of pals that can be mounted have been adjusted. And the speed of some pals that were too slow have been improved. Okay, so we gotta retest all the mounts. And do some comparison videos there for the early game mounts. Hopefully a lot of the mounts that I made for my global PAL box are not obsolete anymore. But usually that's what happens. Bounty Hunters has been expanded. Yep, cool. More stuff. With the implementation of the mission system, the rewards obtained from NPCs have been adjusted. The rewards obtained from the... Okay, like the PAL critics, I guess. To maintain fairness, conversation logs with NPCs have been reset. Oh, I can go speak to the friendly PAL tamer again. And get my book. But maybe books aren't so rare anymore. We'll see if there's anything about it towards the later stages of the patch notes. The power of some active skills, such as PAL Blast, has been increased. Very cool, very vague. I like this a lot. Probably a couple of days of testing all the skills again, I guess. The power of some active skills. I wonder if this is actually like the power in the tooltip, or if they've adjusted the way the skill itself works. Because if it's the exact same mechanic, like the same amount of hits and the same area of effect and everything like that, then I only have to look at the power, I guess, to see what happens with the DPS. It doesn't say that anything has been nerfed. It doesn't say that Holy Burst has been nerfed. Just that some stuff has been buffed. Pretty cool. The probability of getting books has been increased from attribute chests. Okay, so only... You just call it what it is. It's a applied work technique book. And only from the treasure chest. Increased. Very vague. Like, is it increased to... I think before it was like 1 in 2,000 or something. Is it like 1 in 1,900 or is it like 1 in 10? We'll see. Gonna have to test that out as well. New skins. Chillet, Jetragon, Anubis. So the 3 winners of the Palpol contest. Right? Oh yeah, it says that right here. There's and 3 skins have been added. Pals can now swim. Swimming motions and animations have been added. And their speed in the water has been adjusted. Okay. Cool. Swimming. Pals, so they don't drown. I guess pals can now swim. So no pal should be drowning now, right? We'll have to test that out as well, I guess. New water skills. So skills like the attacks. So these are just names for now. We're gonna have to see how good they are. Hydro slicer. Let's just pretend to know. Gosh, oh, blast. So what is this like? Hydro slicer, like beam slicer. No, I'm not gonna guess. We'll see when we get it. I'm gonna have to test all these skills anyway. So we got the new water skills, new grass skills, new ice skills, and then new unique skills. So since there's no PAL connected to these, I'm guessing these are like the new PALs attacks. We still haven't gotten to the new PALs yet. I'm gonna have to scroll down a little bit. Let's see. Got the new unique skills. Nothing to say about them until I've tested them. New passive skills have been added. Oh, I would have loved if they were added to the patch notes so I could read them. Are they rainbow passives, negative passives? Is it like Demon God 2, Serenity 2? Because maybe I won't even see these until I've caught like 5,000 pals. We'll see. New passive skills is always fun. Hopefully they are some new cool original ones. Nothing about rebalancing passive skills so far. We'll see if we get to that. Like these elemental passives being a little bit stronger than just stacking Musclehead, Demon God, and Ferocious. Would have liked to see something that increases like health, but new passive skills have been added. So we know they're there. Okay, so now for some UI stuff, user interface stuff. Easy bulk storage feature. I like the easy part. I'm already sold on it. Conveniently store all materials. Conveniently. Oh, these keywords. These are great. I mean, even bulk is great, but store all materials in any chest around your base with the click of one button. Hopefully I can lock some items, right? Change specifications to automatically select materials in bulk. How condensation UI? Wait. Automatically select materials in bulk. Specifications. This sounds like what I was asking for here to lock items. But here, PAL condensation box. Or UI. Okay, we'll see how this works. Once we're in the game, I guess. You can now set and quickly select your current PAL presets from the PAL box UI. I guess this is like this thing people have been asking for, where you can sort of like set your filter, like Demon God, Serenity, Legend, and Musclehead or whatever in your raid army. You filter for that, you condense all the pals that don't have that once you've done a hatching session. Maybe. No need to really speculate until we've seen that one as well. Now we got my alarm going. So thankfully I woke up by myself. So I managed to get 30 minutes head start here. Where was I? All neutral enemies now have green HP. And I go, oh, I thought this was all neutral, like the element. Like Grintail would have a green HP. But it seems like neutral, like all the friendly enemies, or the enemies that they don't care about you. An aggressive or hostile. What's the difference between aggressive and hostile? Anyway, red. So that makes a bit of sense, right? Okay, multiplayer. A bug. Where servers... Okay, so bug fixes. That's always nice. World. Added more patterns to random dungeons. So more paths to take, I guess. More paths to memorize when you're in dungeons. Usually there was like 3 layouts for each dungeon. Fishing spots have been placed all over the world. Salvage spots have been placed out at sea. Several achievements. And fixed a bug where Jetragon would jump too high. Cool. And many other minor issues. Okay, so that's going to be a lot of testing to go through all those things. Okay, so that was the patch notes. That's the end of the patch notes. Where was the new pals? Enemy bases. Maybe they forgot to list them. I'm sure there are new pals. There were new pals in the trailer and everything. Okay, so those are the patch notes, and I think my update is ready. So I think I'm just gonna be going into the game now, but unlike the last time I did these videos, I am not max level. I haven't even started playing yet, so I can't really show anything related to the game right now. Like, I can't show off the new islands and stuff because I haven't been there. So I'm gonna be doing this over the coming days and weeks, exploring all these new features, especially this pal trust mechanic. I think that's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start the game now and just look around at like my tech tree and the world map and stuff like that and see what we can see. And then I'm just gonna like spend the coming days testing all this stuff and making individual videos about that. So let's jump straight into the game now.